Hi everyone, Sandra Vale here at Homesteading Ways, and today we're back in my kitchen so I can show you 7 different face masks you can make right at home, no going to a spa, and I'll also give you a few bonus skincare tips. Alright, let's get started here. There's a lot of different ingredients here, but don't worry about it because you're not going to need all of them. But right now I'm going to start with 2 masks you can use if you have dry skin. Now the first one, super simple. You're going to start with clay. This is dry clay. There's a lot of different clays out there, different colors. Overall, clays act as a drawing agent. They'll draw impurities, toxins, dirt, oil from your skin. They're very, very good for you because they also have a lot of minerals in them. And when it sits on your face, it also soaks in those minerals. So clay is good for all types of skin. So to start off with this, we're going to have 1 tablespoon of clay, and then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of jojoba oil because that will help keep the clay from drying out your skin at all. You're just going to mix that up, put it on your face, and let it sit for a good 10 to 20 minutes. All masks should sit on your face for at least 10 minutes, but you can go beyond that. And I would use this depending on how dry your skin is and how you react to it. I probably wouldn't use this more than once a week. And that's your first mask. The second one, super simple too. That is going to be 2 tablespoons of honey. Honey is so good for your skin, and it acts as a humectant. And that means it'll draw moisture from the air and put it into your skin. So you're going to do 2 tablespoons of honey and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is great for the skin too. It changes the pH. It makes it really nice. They've been using vinegar on skin since, gee, what did I read? I think since Helen of Troy. So vinegar is really good for your skin, and this combo, it feels great, it makes your skin looks great. You can use this up to 3-4 times a week, just depending on how often you want to do it. And I just want to mention real quick a couple of things. One is when you're using clay, never use any metal equipment. So don't use a metal bowl, don't use a spoon, anything that's made out of metal, because it reacts with the clay and it can lessen some of the benefits of your clay. Also, don't worry about writing all this down. I'm going to put everything down in the description box. All the ingredients for all the masks, and I'll even put some links in there as to the different clays and where you can get them from. So when you're mixing and stuff, go ahead and use something like this. This is a little rubber spatula. You can use wood, like I said, glass, ceramic, just not any kind of metal. So anyhow, let's move on to combo skin. For combination skin, we are going to use 1 tablespoon of clay, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Mix that all up, let it set on there for a good 15 minutes. And you know, just all of these measurements are approximate. If your mask is too thick, add a little more liquid. If it's too thin, add a little more dry. Now for our second mask, well, first I just want to clarify that combination skin is usually where you have that T-zone, where starting at your forehead and going straight down all the way to your chin tends to be a little more oily or just greasy, and your cheeks and maybe the outsides of your forehead are more dry. So that is what is typically combination skin. Anyhow, for another mask, we're going to take another tablespoon or a tablespoon of clay, and then 1 or 2 tablespoons of milk. It depends on what type of clay you're using as to how much milk. You want this mask to be just a little bit on the thin side because You really want that milk in there for the lactic acid. That works really great. Milk is wonderful for your skin, and you know, they said Cleopatra took milk baths, so it's got to be doing something good, right? Anyhow, keep this on again for another 15 to 20 minutes. And remember, when you're doing these masks, just chill out. Don't be on your phone. Don't even read a book. Just lie down, close your eyes, take a few minutes to relax, and let the mask do its work. Okay, so let's move on to oily skin. There are quite a few people with oily skin, and so a mask can really help you out. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of clay, 1 tablespoon of water, and then 3 drops of tea tree oil, tea tree essential oil. This stuff works great for acne, and when you combine it with the clay and drawing out all those impurities and oil and whatever else, this is a great mask for people who are just really oily and tend to break out. So leave this on a good 15-20 minutes. And then one other easy mask for oily skin is, again, we're going to use yogurt, 2 tablespoons, and then 1 tablespoon of the lemon juice. This will do wonders for you guys. Put it on there, 15-20 minutes. Rinse all your masks off with a lukewarm water. And then if you want, especially if you have oily or combination skin, once you rinse that with the lukewarm water, then do a cool, not ice cold, but a cool water rinse. So we're on to our last mask here. And this one is good for all skin types. So whatever skin type you have, go ahead and use this. This one uses sour cream. You're going to mix 2 tablespoons of sour cream with 2 tablespoons of honey and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Mix that all up, spread it all over your face, and just chill out for the next 20 minutes. On to the extra little tips. And technically, these fall more into the face mask category rather than tips. But here you go. The incredible edible egg. It's also good for your face. Who knew, right? Well, some of us knew. I remember being a teenager with my sister, and we had heard that egg white was really good for your face. And for a lot of teenagers it is, because egg white is great for oily skin. And so we would smear this egg white all over our face. It felt kind of gross, it was funny, it was kind of cool, and then we would peel it off like a sunburn. That's what we used to talk. It'd be like, oh, we're peeling it like a sunburn. Well, I would suggest washing it off instead. Just get yourself a warm wash rag, wash it off, and then rinse with cool water. And the reason why I say you should rinse with cool water is for oily skin, but other skin as well. Like, for instance, when you're exercising or you're working really hard, you're doing chores, anytime your body heats up, so even if it's really hot outside, that tends to make your pores open. And when your pores, it's to help cool your body down. And when your pores are open, that leaves them open to getting dirt in there and oil and just stuff out of the air and all kinds of yuckiness. So a lot of the times when you do these masks, that too can open your pores. So you want to do a cool water rinse, because the cool water closes them back up again. So the masks and everything are kind of opening them up and letting all those impurities come out. And once everything's good and clean, and of course you're going to wash your face before you do any of these masks. So once everything's clean, you want to close up those pores again to make sure nothing else is getting in there. So that's why we do the cool water rinse. Anyhow, so egg white for oily skin, egg yolk for dry skin. This will really help to soften and get some moisture and vitamins into your skin. It's wonderful. And then a whole egg for combination skin. Just go ahead and crack this bad boy open and mix it all up and put it on your face, and 20 minutes for any one of these masks and you'll be looking good. Okay, here is a skin tip. Fermented rice water. The Asians have been using rice water for a very, very long time, and they do have beautiful skin, so I can't help but think that this rice water is helping them out somehow. So how you make fermented rice water is take about ½ a cup of rice, and I'm using long grain white rice. I suppose you can use brown, I just never have, but I certainly wouldn't use minute rice. So take ½ a cup of long grain white, rinse it, and then put it in a jar like this or a bowl, either's fine, and add 2 cups of water. Let it sit for about 30 minutes, then just stir it up a little bit, and then let it sit on your countertop for anywhere from 12 to 48 hours. Most of the time it won't take all the way up to 48 hours. But what you're going to do is, starting at that 12-hour mark, you're going to smell it. And if it has a slightly sour smell to it, that means it's ready. That means it's fermenting. So if it's really warm in your house, in your kitchen, wherever you have this, chances are it's going to start fermenting pretty quick. So probably at the 12-hour mark. Some places it may take all the way up to a day. Either way, once you start smelling that little bit of sour, it's ready. So once it's ready, you can strain this, take the rice out, pour it through a strainer into another container if you want, or just leave the rice in there. But either way, you need to get this into the fridge. This will be good for up to, I'd say, about a week. And what you do is you use it as a toner. So after you've already washed your face, go ahead and take a cotton ball, a cotton pad, whatever, and dip it in the water and wipe your face with it and just let it dry on there. You will see wonders with your skin. The last tip is we're going to be using apple cider vinegar again. And what you do with this is you take a ¼ cup of the apple cider vinegar and you just mix it with a 1.5 cups of water. And that's it. And you use it the way you would the rice water. Once you're done cleansing your face, take your cotton pad, your cotton ball, dip it in there, wipe your face down, and this too will do great for your skin. Both of these are great for the pH of your skin as well. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch it. That was really cool of you to do that. Comment if you have any great skincare secrets or just some advice for the rest of us. That would be great to hear. Thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe. That would be really nice of you. It was nice talking to you, and you take care.